You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Men will bend over backwards for the so-called difficult women, and you know what? They're right, because these women, let me tell you, don't play. They've built a sacred space around their lives, and not just anyone gets in. They're like a sterile lab. If you want access, you follow the protocol. And this triggers something primal in people, especially men. Suddenly, they feel like they have to earn it. They have to prove they're worth it. When a woman is sweet to everyone, the guy she's dating no longer feels special. He's thinking, wait, she treats me the same way she treats that barista at a Starbucks. So what makes me different? That mystery, that little emotional distance, it turns her into a puzzle. And you know men, they love solving puzzles, especially the ones they can't quite figure out. So they chase, they try harder, and they stay curious. Women who are too nice, they don't seem special, they seem available, too available. And you know what happens to things that are always available? People stop valuing them. But difficult women, they've got the sauce. They know when to be warm and when to draw the line. If he crosses a boundary, you say it, calm and clear. Something like, hey, I value my energy and time, and I need to be with someone who respects those things too. Let's say he's late to a date. You don't scream, you don't go full alpha. You say, when you show up late, I don't feel good about being here. I want to enjoy this time with you, not feel off. So next time, please show up on time. And then you go back to being soft, sweet, glowing, but you never forget and you never reset back to factory settings just because he smiled at you. Being difficult doesn't mean being rude or masculine or aggressive. It means knowing what you want and saying it with a steady voice, not a shaky one. It's not, oh, it's okay if you can't. It's, I'm a woman who knows what she needs and I can't settle for less. That's the kind of sentence that echoes in a man's head long after you walked away. Now here's the golden code. Be distant, but not impossible. If he asks you to hang out, don't jump. Say, I can't this week, but let me check my schedule. I'll let you know when I can. See what you did there? You didn't give him what he wanted right now, but you planted the idea that he might get it. If he waits, if he tries, and if he earns it, desire activated. Now, when he does something thoughtful, you don't just say thanks. You say, every time you do that, it makes me feel like I picked the right man. Every time you do that, I feel seen, I feel chosen. That's what men want, to know their efforts are paying off. But remember, standards start from the inside. A woman with standards feels put together even before she walks out the door. Because how you feel about yourself, it radiates. And when you walk into a room with that glow, there is not a man alive who won't notice. I'm not saying you dress for men. I'm saying you dress like a woman who respects herself, because if you don't even want to look at yourself in the mirror, who would? And why would they? Men notice everything. Their eyes are wired that way. And attention, that's the cheapest energy unit they can offer. It costs them nothing to look. But if you're not even putting in enough energy to look your best for you, you won't even get that. There's a reason the dream girl is always the one who's just out of reach. She challenges him. He wants to do better, be better, because she makes him feel like there's always another level to reach. And that, babe, that's how you become unforgettable. You know what's wild? When a man is really into you, he doesn't just chase you. He starts chasing a whole new version of himself, a version you awakened in him. He starts building dreams he never even knew he had, just so you both can live in them. You see, powerful women don't beg men to rise. We inspire them to rise or get the hell out of our way. And once you've set your standard, never lower it. I don't care if it's about where you like to hang out or how you like to be treated. If you keep pushing for something that doesn't align with your energy, I only spend time in places that match my energy and match my vibe. Let's pick somewhere that actually makes me feel good. And if he says you're being too difficult, smile, tilt your head and say, I'm not difficult, I'm just crystal clear about what I want. Because here's the truth. The guys who want you for free will always say you're asking for too much. They want you, but not enough to actually earn you. And they'll try to drag you down just so they feel like they're enough without effort, but a man who wants a real place in your life. He won't sit around waiting for you to beg. He pays attention, he listens, he notices what you need, what lights you up, and he acts without you needing to say a word. And yeah, sometimes it's good to be direct. If a man won't even lift a finger to make my day easier, he doesn't get a front row seat in my life. Some women feel guilty asking for help, even financial help. But let me ask you this, why is he not embarrassed when he asks for sex? Why does he act like he's entitled to that? But when you ask for something, suddenly you're the problem? No, babe. Stop trying to be chill just to keep him around. Stop thinking maybe I'm not sexy enough, buying lingerie or learning tricks just to keep a man who's already halfway out the door. Nah. Want to test his energy? Next time you're out, casually admire something. Wow, that necklace is so me. I've been looking for something exactly like this for ages. Now watch. Does he offer to buy it? Does he say let's get it? Or does he say maybe next month when you get paid? That's your answer. Also, real women, we don't stalk other women on social media all day. We don't waste energy obsessing over who's doing what. That's why we look dangerous. Because we're busy asking the right questions. What did she do to get there? What part of me needs to level up to attract what I want? Men are wired to prove themselves. A smart woman knows how to activate that instinct. Let him feel like a hero by actually doing something heroic. Like when he helps you out financially or fixes something for you. Don't just say thank you, make it cinematic. I love how you take care of me. No one else even comes closer to knowing what a woman really needs. When a man feels seen, he wants to keep showing up for you without you even asking because he likes how he feels when he's around you. And here's the tip. Sometimes, instead of giving him a flat, boring truth like thanks, give him a beautiful version of the truth and a sparkle. Your masculine energy makes me feel so safe and soft in this world. See the difference? A woman who sees herself as man's priority teaches him to do the same. She doesn't hesitate to say, hey, I need this today. Can you take care of it? And if he flakes, that's okay. I'll find another way. Someone else will help me. It's not drama, it's clarity. That one little sentence, it stings him just enough to remind him you're not his unless he chooses to keep you. And when he forgets, you don't scream. You whisper a little challenge. I was honestly disappointed you forgot that, but you can totally make it up to me with a beautiful dinner. Somewhere luxurious and dreamy. Let him earn you back with action, not empty words. Your feelings in a relationship? That's your currency. So stop handing out love, attention, softness like it's candy. Every time you give too much, every time you chase big and overthink, put $1 in your emotional piggy bank and don't touch it. Ask yourself, is this feeling doing anything or am I wasting it? If it's not changing anything, stop investing there. Every day is a test, not just for him, of your place in his life. If he stops trying, if he shows up lazy, last minute, no effort, you remind him who you are. Because babe, a queen doesn't lower her crown. She makes sure her world rises to meet her. You know what I find really dull? When a guy takes you somewhere and you're like, this is it? So basic. Instead of just going along with it, say something like, this place is kind of ordinary. I was hoping we'd go somewhere a little more exciting. Or let's say you're out at the mall together and he suggests grabbing dinner there. Lean into it and be playful. Okay, fine. But since we're already here, let's pick out a little something for me. A memory, a keepsake. Take his hand, guide him, show him exactly what you like and say, what do you think? Could this be my little souvenir from tonight? Now, if he's like, let's just grab ice cream or a burger and sit in the car, girl, no. Just tell him. Honestly, this is something I do on any random night by myself. I kind of thought tonight was gonna feel special. And no, you're not being rude. You're being clear. Here's the truth. When men feel they can get away with minimal effort, they will. Not because they're evil, but because they're lazy. They literally don't know what makes you feel special unless you show them. So show them. When he does something right, tell him, I love it when you bring me fresh flowers every week. It gives my room such a vibe. Make him associate good behavior with emotional reward. And if he skips a week, no fresh flowers this week. Felt kind of empty in the house. Missed that little joy. It's all about standards. Too nice, he won't value you. Too harsh, the real ones will walk away. You don't want to come off like some bitter, entitled woman yelling, "What the hell is wrong with you? Do you even think?" Nah, that's not it. Let's say he gets you a gift and you hate it. Don't be brutal. Just say, "Oh, this is cute. My mom would love this. Can I give it to her?" Or if he sends you money and it's sweet but not enough, say, "Thanks for thinking of me. It's not quite what I had in mind, but it definitely helps." You keep the grace, but you hold the line. Now, when he's looking fine and you see him all dressed up, tell him, "Wow, you look amazing. That outfit, on point. Wouldn't it be a crime to not take a gorgeous girl like me out for dinner looking this good?" Let him feel your value without begging for it. And when he jokes like, "Wow, you're really into yourself," just a smile. "Well, yeah, the rest of the world might not know me yet, but I do know me." Or, "Sure, lots of people want me, but only one's worthy of my heart." Let him feel like there is competition, but never fake it. You're not trying to make him jealous, you're reminding him. My friend's boyfriend brings her a small gift every time they go out. She has this box where she keeps them like all the treasures. It's adorable, it's thoughtful. Or like, "Yesterday I was at a cafe and went to pay for my coffee and the barista said, 'A woman like you shouldn't have to pay today. Someone already covered it.'" Another guy complimented my bag, said it was super unique. Not many women have taste like that. So when your man starts acting jealous or controlling, don't fight him. Don't argue. Men are good at arguing. You'll lose. Or worse, start a war. Instead, tease him. "Wow, you're acting like a teenage girl who checks her boyfriend's phone every 5 minutes." Or, "You sound like my mom when I was 16, asking where I'm going or who I'm with." Let the comparison do the work. He'll get it. If he ever tries to gaslight you by joking, "You're just with me for the money," say this: "Well, I'm a queen. I choose who gets to wear the crown." Or, "And you're with me for my looks, so we're even." Normalize high-value women choosing high-value men. No shame. And about your past, never hand over that kind of power. You don't owe him a list of names, stories, traumas if he asks. "I've had my share of experiences. I'm just glad I'm in a better chapter now." Hold your mystery from power, not from fear. "I'm not hiding because I'm scared. I'm choosing not to share because that part of my life is closed." A smart woman knows the louder the demand, the quieter her power. She doesn't shout, she waits. She knows timing is her weapon, especially when he's distracted, like, say, watching football. That's not your moment. Your moment is when he's fully looking at you, because that's when queens move. You ever talk to a guy and he's like just agreeable as hell? You're like, "Let's go on a trip." He's like, "Yeah, sure." You're like, "That game was fire, right?" "Yeah, totally." He just says yes to everything like a golden retriever with no opinions. When he does something that pisses you off, how you respond tells him everything about your power. If your reaction is loud, dramatic, accusing, crying, screaming, "You ruined me," that's not power. That's panic. But when your anger comes from a place of power, you go quiet, you create distance. You don't chase, you don't beg, you just disappear into your mystery. You go to your room, soft, calm, a little heartbroken, but not needy. Just as simple, "I didn't expect that from you." And he feels it deep, because silence speaks louder than any meltdown ever could. Same thing when he gets too touchy on a date. He wraps his arm around your waist too soon. You gently take his hand, put it in yours, and say, "I feel more safe and more respected when you hold my hand like this instead." Now, two things will happen. A good man, he'll adjust instantly. A man who was only there for a reason, he'll bounce. And good riddance. And let's be clear about this one. When a man says, "I like natural beauty," what he really means is, "I want a girl who looks like she's not trying but still looks bomb as hell." Don't fall for that trap. They'll point at some natural beauty and say, "See, she doesn't even wear makeup, but babe, she is wearing $300 of barely their glam." He just doesn't know the difference. Sometimes they say that stuff just to keep you small, to keep you in their little safe zone, so you don't get too hot and some other man notices you. That's not love, that's fear. And any man who needs you to dim your light so he can feel secure doesn't have any lights of his own. So when he tells you, you don't need all that makeup, I love you as you are, remember, you don't do it for him, you do it for you. You get dressed for the girl inside you who wants to feel beautiful. You show up for her, and guess what? The man who truly loves you is the one who falls deeper every time you do that. I hope this video was helpful. Please click on the video on the screen.